Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thoughts without implementing, good or bad thoughts, without implementing into actions, do they have any karma phalam? No. Because thoughts arise by themselves. Karma is an action performed deliberately, willfully. Thoughts arise on their own, so we don't have any will as far as thoughts are concerned. The will is involved after what to do with that thought. But as you say here, if you don't implement, thoughts come and go, there's no action involved in that, and therefore there's no karma phala involved in just thoughts coming and going. Will curses from others work on us? Our culture is full of giving karp or shapa. Mahabharata begins with one Rishi cursing so many, and so, but I don't know. In Gujarati, it's not a very good sounding proverb which says a saintly woman would never curse, and the curse by the opposite woman doesn't work. So basically, what we have to do is to make our mind strong. With a weak mind is subject to influence by various things. And therefore, when you make the mind strong by Bhagavan's Nama, keep on repeating Ishvara's name in one way or the other. That's how the mind will become strong, and you will have a shield around you to protect you from the negative effects. Any question? Can prarabdha affect the chitta shuddhi, upasana or rituals? Or can prarabdha affect karma like sandhya, vandanam, etc.? Prarabdha can affect our state of mind. So thoughts which arise in our mind are a product of past karma. And so it is likely that the past I shouldn't say, violating actions. Basically, what karma does is to create situation around ourselves. And whatever situation we confront is the result of our past karma. Then what to do with the situation is our free will. And we use our free will or basically by following the basic values of life. Even if we decide to do something, follow the basic values of life. Try, what is the basic value? Try not to do to other what you do not want to be done to you. That's a basic value in life. Atmana pratikulani paresham na samacharayat. What you do not want others to do to you is what you should not do to others. And so, but karma is basically based on our will. And therefore, you want to perform sandhya vandanam and other things, use your will to perform good actions. How the progress in spiritual path can be seen by the self? The progress can be measured by the state of mind, and mind has three dispositions: sattva, rajas, and tamas. So, what we would mean by progress, if you want to use that word, is slowly transforming tamas to rajas, rajas to sattva. So, more sattvic the mind is. Now, how do you know what is the progress? How do you measure the progress? More sattva in the mind, happier you are with yourself, more cheerful you are. Because happiness is the nature of the self, and mind is the medium through which self expresses, and therefore it is like mind is like a pool of water. And happiness, what is at the bottom of the water, can be seen depending upon the clarity of water. If there is a lot of impurity, you cannot see the bottom. If the surface is disturbed also, you cannot clearly see it. If there is no impurity and the water is calm, then you can see it clearly. So impurity is tamas, disturbance is rajas. When the water is free from tamas and rajas, then you can see it clearly. So also the mind. Sattvic mind is free from rajas and tamas. And that is when you can experience yourself. Happiness is the nature of self, and more sattvic the mind is, more clearly the happiness manifests itself. And therefore, to be happy, what we need to do is try to create sattva in our mind by doing good. The way to make our mind sattvic is by doing good action, meaning that selfless action as much as possible. Actions involving the spirit of contribution. And we can always find up, you have to look for these opportunities. And it's not that the actions have to be very big. Every little action also, you find an opportunity, perform a small act of kindness that builds up the sattva in our mind. And so, if nothing else, pray for the well being of others, for the well being of the world. All of these will contribute to the sattva of the mind. So, how do you measure the spiritual progress? By how happy you are with yourself. Because the progress is measured by the sattvicness of the mind. More sattvic the mind is, more clear the mind is, more cheerful the mind is, more happy you are with yourself. Does Shravanam through YouTube channel have the same impact as the physical presence of the Guru, or the Swami, or speaker? No. Because when you are physically present like this, there is a benefit of the environment. What they call the energy, vibes. Our Puja Swami didn't like these words, vibes, etc. But they use the word vibes, energy. Everybody carries energy vibes. So when you are in an environment like this, there are so many sadhakas or the seekers or aspirants are gathered here. And thus it builds up a certain environment and you have the benefit of the environment. And therefore listening in person is more effective than listening on YouTube. Well, if you have no other choice, then it's okay. But when there is a choice of listening in person versus listening on YouTube or whatever, you choose to listen in person. You then have the benefit of the person and the expression and the harmony created between the speaker and the listener. Always preferred to listen to in person than listening to. But YouTube is better than not listening, really. So, if everything is Brahman, would not all emotions also be in the order of Ishvara? Then why are emotions like anger, greed, jealousy, etc., not in the order of Ishvara? See, what is meant by order of Ishvara is the general law of cause and effect. Then whatever happens has a cause, must have a cause. That's all what is meant by order of Ishvara. That doesn't mean that what happens is good. When you call it order of Ishvara, does not mean that whatever happens is good. Whatever happens has a reason. Therefore, the emotions like anger, jealousy are in order because there is a reason. Why do we feel angry? There is a reason. Why do we feel jealous? There is a reason. Why do we feel greedy? There is a reason. So just because there is a reason for something to happen does not mean what happens is right. Yes, there is a reason why I get angry. That does not mean that it makes it right to get angry. Reason to feel jealous, that does not make jealousy the right feeling. Because when those feelings arise in our mind, we ourselves get disturbed and upset. I cannot be comfortable with a jealous mind, my own mind. I cannot be comfortable with a jealous mind, an angry mind, a greedy mind. It makes me uncomfortable with myself. I cannot be at peace with myself when the mind has this kind of anger, jealousy, etc. And therefore, in order to be at peace with oneself, the mind should be with right kind of feelings. So when the mind is sattvic, that is when you are at peace with yourself, comfortable with yourself. So even though anger, jealousy, greed are in order as much as the reason for them, but order does not mean it is right. Beneficial order means there is a reason for that. So yes, there is a reason for jealousy. I compare myself and I find someone better than me in my own perception, then I feel jealous. I am intolerant, cannot tolerate something that someone does, I get angry. I'm not satisfied with what I have, so that is greed. So there are reasons for greed, jealousy, anger. But that does not make those feelings desirable because whenever any of those feelings arises, I become unhappy with myself. That is unhappiness. What else is unhappiness? This kind of feelings, you can call it negative feelings, are unhappiness. There's no separate unhappiness. Is that clear? Any question on that? Do only sentient beings have a subtle body like us? What about inner things like stones and rocks? Do they have subtle body? No. As best as we understand, they do not have subtle body. Now, they don't have feelings, they don't respond. Like table. If it had subtle body and it felt, the moment I do, it will do something else to me. But I know it doesn't, so I can take liberty with this. With the insentient things, because it is subtle body where you feel. And these inner things or insentient things have no feelings. Although here, a Tamil devotee or a bhakta, what is the name? Manika Vachar. Manikya. Manikya Vachakar. Remember his earlier births as worm, as tree, as rock, as demon, as plant, etc. Doesn't that mean rock has a subtle body too? I don't know. How he remembered his earlier birth as a rock, I do not know. I don't think anybody is born as a rock because a rock is not born. Although in the Puranas you may find that people are cursed and they become rock, like Ahalya. She became a rock. Now, when she was rock, did she have still the life within her or not? It must be there because when Lord Rama's feet touched her, she became alive. That means the life was potentially there. Is not there any rock that Rama touches becomes alive? Even though that is what one boatman used very cleverly and told Lord Rama that before you ride in my boat, I must wash your feet because you are well known that the dust of your feet, when it touches something inert, it becomes alive. That's how Halya became alive. So if you touch my boat, if it becomes alive, I already have one wife, he says, then what can I do? Therefore, let me wash your feet. This was a clever way. So Rama also was smiling, everybody was smiling. But it's very clever argument of allowing or making Lord Rama allow him to wash his feet. But that is an example when Ahalya was turned into a rock by the curse that Gautam Muni gave her for whatever reason. But when a curse is given, generally a solution also is provided that when certain thing happens, you will become free from that curse. And so when Lord Rama will pass by, and again you regain your form.
Swamiji, the rock does not have the media to reflect it, the subtle body. So in ideas cases are different, but otherwise, as the question was asked, that rock doesn't have a media to reflect the consciousness. So it can,
Yeah, I mean, rock doesn't have. So when Halya turned to rock, what kind of rock was it? It was a rock with potential life in it, I guess. It may not be this ordinary rock, but it was a rock with potential life, I guess, so that when Lord Rama's feet touch. But these are all the glories of the Lord, where the dust in his feet can turn a rock into life. And therefore, this great saint of Tamil Nadu said, he remembered his past birth as a worm, as a tree, as a rock, as a demon, as a plant, etc. So I do not know when he says that means that rock also must be birth. And a great saint like that says that I was a rock in the past. Uh, we'll accept it because the saint says otherwise it doesn't make sense to us. If dreams are due to samskaras and vasanas, can some of them be fulfilled in dreams? I guess so. This poor man is suffering from diabetes, and so he's not allowed to eat sweets. Now, guests are invited, they're all sitting around a dining table, and the lady is serving food. The Swami is there, she serves Rasgulla here, and not there and everywhere. So I told her, hey, serve him Rasgulla. Says, no, he doesn't get. Poor fellow is, deprived of Rasgulla. So then he has a dream at night, and he has a feast of Rasgulla. That is possible. That is a dream we might perhaps fulfill our unfinished vasanas. It is likely. Because dream is a result of the what they call vasanas or the subtle state of the desires, and therefore what cannot be accomplished in waking state could perhaps be accomplished in the dream. Possible. Right. So we will have time for people to sing this evening also. So there is a problem here in understanding these words. Buddhi, mind, intelligence, intellect are the same or different from each other. So traditionally, mind is called antahkaranam. Karanam means an instrument. Antahkaranam, an inner instrument, as compared to these organs of perception, which are the external instrument. The antahkaranam has four kinds of thoughts. Antahkarana is one, but then is looked upon as performing four kinds of functions. And therefore, it has four functional names. Only one antahkarana. Like a person may be called a father, may be called a manager, may be called an athlete, depending upon what function he performs. So the mind is called by different names depending upon what function it performs. So when the mind performs the function, of deliberating. What called sankalpa, vikalpa. So Vedanta says that before we come to a decision, the mind undergoes this state of I am to decide which college I should go to. I have a choice before me, so maybe I'll go to this college. No, that college. No, this one. No, that one. This is called sankalpa and vikalpa. So that state of sankalpa vikalpa is called manas. And finally I come to a decision, I'm going to this college. That state of mind is called buddhi. One mind alone is called manas when it is in the state of this sankalpa vikalpa. That alone is called buddhi when it makes the decision. That's called chittam when it is reflecting upon something, remembering something. That's the aham vritti is called ego. And so the mind is said to have four kinds of thoughts. Manaha, buddhi, chittam, ahankara. This is the traditional way of defining. It goes on from generation and generation. Therefore, everybody will, whoever did it first time, Even Nayayika, somebody is did it, Vaisheshika. So the same thing goes on and on. We can understand the mind as basically two faculties. One is the emotional faculty, other is the intellectual faculty. That faculty with which we feel, emotional faculty, and that which we think and judge and decide. So manaha and buddhi, two broad classifications, the divisions can be made. What are the three types of karma? So three types of karma is, one is called sanchita karma, other is called prarabdha karma, third is called agami karma. It's karma alone, in fact, but then it is divided into three categories depending upon the, when they are performed. So basic rule is that karma is a cause and karma phala or the result is the effect. Cause and effect. So whatever karma, karma means a deliberate action. This breathing is not called karma and opening, closing eyes, all these voluntary, they're not karma. Involuntary actions, no, they are not called karma. Voluntary action is called karma. Breathing is not karma. Whatever you do willingly is called karma, willfully. And whoever performs that karma has to experience the result. Simple rule. So karma is only one, but divided into three categories. So when you perform a karma, there must be an our result, karma and karma phala. Depending upon the karma phala will occur at a given time, place, and circumstances. So karma is like a seed, karma phala is a fruit, and depending upon the seed, when the fruit will come. Some fruits come quickly, some fruits take some time, some fruits take a long time. So also some karmas give rise to result quickly, some give rise to result little time late, some result give rise to result after a long time, even after 7 births, they say. One thing is that karma must give rise to karma phala, and whoever performs the karma is accountable for experiencing the outcome that karma. So na bhuktam kshiyete karma skalpa koti shatairapi. So na bhuktam, karma will not get exhausted unless the result is experienced. It will experience after millions of years. It will wait in your account. This is what he said. So now, when you perform karma, we get the result, but then not right away. So what is that karma? It gets added up in our account. So all those karmas which are piled up in our account is called sanchita. Sanchita means which are accumulated. Sancha means accumulation. Of that, some part then becomes active. It's like you invest money in fixed deposit. See, every month there is some provision by which you keep on depositing money. and it piles up in your, the fixed deposit, or whatever you call it, FT, something. So, karma that you just keep on this money that you keep on depositing in account is karma. Now, depending upon the account, it will all added up. That's called the sanchita karma. When part of it becomes fructified or mature, you get that is called the prarabdha karma. And what you deposit now is called the agami karma. Meaning sanchita means accumulated, whatever actions we perform in the past, they are accumulated into results which are not experienced as yet. Some of them are experienced now called prarabdha, and now actions I am performing will bring about result in future called agami. So sanchita, prarabdha, and agami. This is how the karma is divided into three categories. They are all karma anyway, but still they are called differently depending upon when they will give out the result. What's the meaning of Kate Kanta Dhanagata Chinta Vatul Kim Tava Nasti Niyanta Trijagati Sajjana Sangati Reka Bhavati Bhavarana Tarane Nauka Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya is said to have composed this hymn called Bhaja Govindam, and one of the verses is this Kate Kanta Dhanagata Chinta Vatula. Vatul means one whose mind is distracted. When Vayu is there, effect of Vayu makes the mind distracted. Hey, Vatula, person with distracted mind, Kimta, don't you have a Niyanta? Don't you have Ishvara? Don't you, why are you worried about your wife and wealth and etc.? Kate, Kanta, Dhanagata Shinta. Why you are anxious or worried about wife, wealth, etc.? Don't you think there is someone to take care of that? Don't you think there is called Niyanta or the ruler of the universe who will take care of everything? Why do you assume the responsibility of managing this thing? There is a ruler, a Niyanta. One part of the verse. Trijagati sajjana sangati reka bhavati bhavarna taranayana. Trijagati in the three worlds. This world, intermediate world, and the heaven. In all the three worlds, there is only one nauka or a boat for crossing the ocean of samsara. And that is called satsanga or sajjana sangatihi. Association with good people is called satsanga. Satam sangaha satsanga. Trijagati, in all the world, there is only one boat for crossing the ocean of samsara, and that is called satsanga. These two parts to this verse. Which desire we should go for? Desire for Shravanam or any other desire regarding family, money, etc., as both are desires only. If your choice, go for Shravanam. Sometimes you have to take care of the desire for money and family, etc. If your choice, then go for Shravanam, for listening to in whichever way is possible. Even though both are desires, there are some desires that fulfillment of which will bind you. There are some desires fulfillment of which will free you. So desire for wealth, etc., will bind you. Desire for satsanga or listening is something that will free you. So both are desires, but still they have different results. World seems outside, but mind is the place where we perceive the world according to our samskara. Is it so? Does everything exist only in thought? No, we say that there is a world outside. That's called Vyavaharika Satta. And thoughts are based on what is out there. So thought always corresponds to an object out there. That's the usual thing. Could you kindly explain the role of Karana Shariram? We have Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, and Karana Shariram. Sthula means gross, Sukshma, subtle, Karanam, causal. So as the name says, Karana Shariram means the causal body, that which is cause for the other two. For the Sukshma and Sthula Sharira, which is cause for the two, is called Karana Shariram. There is no Shariram called Karana. There is no body as such. Gross, Sthula Sharira is a body. Sukshma Sharira also is a body. Karana Sharira is not a body. Then why do we call it Sharira? Because of a derivative meaning. Shi Manatvad, because Karana Sharira also will ultimately get dispelled by knowledge. So in a secondary sense called Shariram. And Karana Sharira is the result for everything. So Karana is causal body, is Avyakta, the cosmic causal body, result of the whole cosmos. Individual causal body is the cause of our personality and what we are. The Sukshma Sharira departs, what happens to the Karana Sharira? Karana Sharira goes along with Sukshma Sharira. Karana is not a Sharira, it's in form of impressions, and they are in the mind, in the Sukshma Sharira also. So that is when a person dies, the mind along with the samskaras goes there. Is that clear? Okay. So now I will request our for the bhajan. Give mic to our Indra ji.
मनोबुद्ध्यहंकार चित्तानि नाहं न च श्रोत्रजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योम भूमिर्न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वे पंचवायु न च सप्तधातुर्न वा पंचकोश न वाक्पाणिपादो न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेष रागो न मे लोभ मोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्य भाव न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्ष चिदानंद रूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानंद रूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे पुण्य पापम न मे सौख्य दुःखम न मंत्रो न तीर्थो न वेदा न यज्ञ अहं भोजयं भोज्य भोक्ता चिदानंद रूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानंद रूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे पुण्य पापम न मे सौख्य दुःखम न मंत्रो न तीर्थो न वेदा न यज्ञ
अहम भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम शिवोहम चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम शिवोहम। न मे मृत्यु शंका न मे जाति भेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बंधुर्न मित्रं गुरु नैव शिष्य चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम शिवोहम चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम शिवोहम। अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकार रूपो विभुर्व्याप सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्ध चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम शिवोहम चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम शिवोहम चिदानंद रूप शिवोहम 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 शिवोहम।
Anybody else would like to sing? Apa? Pasi. Closer.
मुझे भवरोग के भय से बचा ले आज अविनाशी। पड़ा हूँ कर्म के पथ पर उठा ले आज अविनाशी। तेरे तन नाग लिपटा है मेरे तन मोह लिपटा है। परम अमृत का बिंदु पिला दे आज अविनाशी। तेरे मस्तक में गंगा है मेरे मस्तक में तृष्णा है। अहो निर्लेप धारा में वहा दे आज अविनाशी। मुझे भवरोग के भय से बचा ले आज अविनाशी। पड़ा हूँ कर्म के पथ पर उठा ले आज अविनाशी। रमाई भस्म मुझ तन पे विरह की भस्म मुझ तन पे। हृदय के पद्म पर आसन जमा दे आज अविनाशी। तू डमरू को बजाता है मैं श्वासों को बजाता हूँ। परम स्वर में मेरे स्वर को मिला दे आज अविनाशी। ललाटे प्रलय की अग्नि हमें है ज्ञान की अग्नि। तू अपनी ज्योत से ज्योति मिला दे आज अविनाशी। मैं विद्यानंद तेरा हूँ तू दिव्यानंद मेरा है। अनाहद नाद से मुझको उठा ले आज अविनाशी। मुझे भवरोग के भय से बचा ले आज अविनाशी। पड़ा हूँ कर्म के पथ पर उठा ले आज अविनाशी।
बहुत सरस।
सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे रे सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् किं वचनीयं किमवचनीयं किं वचनीयं किमवचनीयं किं रचनीयं किमरचनीयं किं रचनीयं किमरचनीयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् किं बोद्धव्यं किमबोद्धव्यं किं बोद्धव्यं किमबोद्धव्यं किं भोक्तव्यं किमभोक्तव्यं किं भोक्तव्यं किमभोक्तव्यं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं सर्वत्र सदा 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 सर्वत्र सदा हंस ध्यानं कर्तव्यं वो मुक्तिनिधानं कर्तव्यं वो मुक्तिनिधानं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं ब्रह्ममयं ब्रह्ममयम्
Yeah.
प्रणाम स्वामी जी। आत्मा राम आनंद रमण आत्मा राम आनंद रमण आत्मा राम आनंद रमण
Atmaram Anandaramana
आत्मा राम आनंद रमण
Atmaram Anandaramana
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण
Achyuta Hari Narayana
अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण आत्मा राम आनंद रमण
Ananda
भव भय हरण वंदित चरण भव भय हरण वंदित चरण रघुकुल भूषण राजीव लोचन रघुकुल भूषण राजीव लोचन आत्मा राम आनंद रमण आत्मा राम आनंद रमण अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण सच्चिदानंद सत्य स्वरूप सच्चिदानंद सत्य स्वरूप आदि नारायण हरि नारायण आत्मा रामानंद रमण आत्मा रामानंद रमण अच्युत केशव हरि नारायण अच्युता केशव हरि नारायण भव भय हरण वंदित चरण रघुकुल भूषण राजीव लोचन रघुकुल भूषण राजीव लोचन आत्मा रामानंद रमण आत्मा रामानंद रमण आत्मा रामानंद रमण
ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्।